كاميرا تمشي.
is charming.
مش الكاميرا تمشي. الكاميرا is rolling. Camera is rolling, man.
Oh,
Hey, yo, what up?
hello. Hello from the bottom.
Yo, what's up, guys? We are here in Moon, somewhere nice and calm. You know, the weather is fine. I think the camera is kind of tilted a bit. Yep, here we go. It's better right now. So, good evening, everyone. As I said, today we are going to have a little talk on with some tea, of course. Some tea right here. I think you guys took everything. You didn't leave anything.
That's my Zoe. The second one. Is it ready?
I suppose. Normally we should leave somewhere, you know. Should leave some normally.
The second one. قد ما تخلطوش مع لا خلط.
You sure?
Yeah. Just take the second as a second. And the first as the first.
No, because you know the second usually have less
Lighter.
It's less potent.
For real. But the water is
Do
less
we
as
use
well.
the word potent in this?
Huh?
Potent?
Yeah, we say potent, yeah.
No, in tea, whatever. I mean, it's not as effective. As effective as the first one.
I think we can use potent.
So we have tea, as I said, and we have a good subject to talk. Like the three of us are going to talk about it right now. So the subject is going to be about subjectivity and objectivity, right? So the talk is going to be initiated in an alphabetical order because I didn't tell you who the guys here are. So we have Redwan here. And we have Abdurazak, and my name is Masoud. So we're gonna start with Abdurazak as usual. I mean, in case you hated Abdurazak, you need to change your name. What's up?
I got an idea.
What's up?
Why don't we order the talking according to the age, from the oldest to the youngest? Go ahead.
No, man. We good. We good with the alphabets.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good with the alphabets, right? Yeah. So
First question.
as I said, subjectivity and objectivity as a subject is a very, very important one that we need to actually have a talk about and differentiate at least between the two. I mean, so as the first question is going to be as subjectivity and objectivity, like in terms of a topic, what do you think? Okay, what do you think about subjectivity and objectivity? And as usual, we start with our one and only Abdurazak. So the floor is yours, brother.
So the question is, what do you think about these two? The question here is very broad and not as specific as it should be. However, I'm going to talk what I know. You know, this is just a free session in which you can brainstorm what you have in mind. Well, subjectivity and objectivity are two opposite terms. And these terms are, how we say, we are using them without even thinking. You know, in our daily lives, we are sometimes subjective, we are sometimes objective, but sometimes we don't know, we don't recognize that we are being objective or subjective. Well, as a small explanation of what the two are, subjectivity is including emotions and including personal opinions while talking. Okay, so you are talking, you are delivering a message. However, you are having a paint, let's say, a paint on your talk that says that this is my opinion, this is what I think. This is not actually a fact. It's the opposite of a fact. This is not a fact. This is what I think. But objectivity is the opposite. Objectivity is stating facts. Being objective means being a robot. Typically, kind of. Okay. See how a robot talks? A robot is just being calculating numbers and stuff. That's it. Being objective is that's it. And objectivity is very, very much appreciated while having scientific researches, scientific thesis, something that's scientific, generally speaking. Okay. There is no place, there is no place for objectivity in poetry, in writing, in expressing ideas. So this is not objective. This is subjective. And both of them are actually important. You cannot say that objectivity is the only thing that we need to be. We have to be objective all the time. Actually, being subjective is something that we need to be as well, but it needs specific places and specific cases. So that's a general overview, and we will talk later more specifically about these two.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, thank you very much for the contribution. So I would, even though we have mentioned that we need to talk about it in a sort of alphabetical order, but I think me being the host, I should be like the last one to talk about this. So I would leave the talk, to be honest, to my friend Ridwan to have his way of talking, and then I will conclude this question.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. And hello, everyone, and welcome in our session in this new place, a new set concerning today's topic, which is about subjectivity and objectivity. So, and the question was, what do you think? Is it right? What do you think about subjectivity and objectivity? Not far from what Abdelzak previously just said, I think these two terms or meanings, we do need them in our life, especially if we are in the academic research, or even in our daily life. So sometimes you face some problems, and you need to be objective to solve them, like being a judge in a court, and try to be rational as you can in order to solve these problems. So I see that everybody can be the judge of his own life and the judge of his own problems. If he is, let's say, objective, he will be and he will solve his problems easily. And saying this doesn't mean that we see that subjectivity is a bad thing. So subjectivity can be something good or something essential in some cases. Maybe we'll tell these things later when the floor is ours again. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ridwan, for the contribution again. So, as what do I think about subjectivity and objectivity as a topic? Well, both are very important to have a perfect, beautiful life, but basically, so subjectivity is when just like what Adrzak said, is given the paint of something or fact with something that is personal. Like for example, I like the red color. This is a subjective thing. The subjective thing, something that I like. It's not objectively something collectively chosen or whatever. So objectively, basically, for example, objectively, trees are very good for our planet. Nobody should debate this fact. Nobody should have a personal opinion about it or anything. Trees, they produce oxygen. That means they are very important for our planet. So, yeah, I mean, this is one of the things that we, as people, we should, believe objectively in it. Rather, you love the trees or you don't love the trees, it is a fact. That is going to be a fact whatsoever. However, what I think about these two subjects, I'm not going to talk about things outside of what my friends had already told. So subjectively speaking, subjectivity and objectivity are very important, are very two things that probably will pave the way for us to live a better life or have a better, how can I say, a better experience. It just depends on when do we use them and how do we use them. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Sure.
So, based on, let's say, your previous, like you've lived 20 years, 27 years since you became rational
Or
and
34
thinking.
years, Just saying.
Yeah.
Bro, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said, you being a subjective person or a person, what do you prefer? What do you prefer? Do you prefer to be subjective? Do you prefer to be objective? What does it mean? What's your take on this one? And as usual, we start with you, bro.
All right. That's actually a very, very good question. And I had internal disputes concerning this. Like for real. I've been thinking, should I be objective or subjective in my life? Of course, we cannot be 100% subjective or 100% objective, but you have something that's dominating in your personality. You get what I'm saying? What we see in our society is that men, generally speaking, okay, men are mostly objective and women are mostly subjective because they include much of their emotions. And typically, including emotions means subjectivity. Subjectivity. There's no way you can include emotions with objectivity. There's no way. So, what I think about myself, I used to think that being objective is very good. And indeed, it is very good. But I just like managed or figured out that being objective doesn't always solve the problems at all.
Definitely.
Especially when you deal with people, all right? When you treat people. Because treating people or having a social connection is something humanitarian. And what do we mean by humanitarian? It belongs to humans. And humans are nothing near objectivity. They are irrational, okay? I'm not dissing humans or something like that, no. But I'm stating some odd facts because scientists did say this. They said that we cannot specifically study humans in a proper way, okay? We are a mess. We have brains and we are a mess. So what you can do is you can be subjective with humans, okay? You can have something called trust. So trust is actually just an intuition inside you that tells you should trust this or you should not trust this. You can have love, hatred. You can have emotions towards someone. You can have care, carelessness, something like that, you know? So that's part of being subjective. When I grew up, when I became older or more adult, more mature in my mind, I figured out that being objective is not completely correct. You need to be subjective in life. You need to have a balance. And the balance is actually 50-50. It's not about 70-30. It should not be 70 objective, 30 subjective. No. I think it's 50-50. I think you should include or embody objectivity when it comes to problems. Okay? You need to problem solve things in an objective manner. Believe me, it works.
Yeah.
But when you deal with others, when you have connections, social connections, believe me, you need to be subjective. You need to have that. You need to.
Flexibility.
I don't want to say trick people, but in fact, that's true. If you have a smile, hey, look. If you smile to people, if you smile, just you don't actually intend to smile, but you smile, you actually deliver good feelings. You deliver good emotions. You make people around you satisfied about you. So that's not objective, you see, that's subjective. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be a good person, not in an objective way, because if I wanted to be objective, I'd be all the time sad or angry about people, because people do and do. No, just be subjective. That's it. People are like this. So I learned that subjectivity is extremely important in living the life we are having right now as humans. And yeah,
So
that's it.
yeah, that's good from your part to explain it from your point of view, subjectively. Subjectively speaking, how do you want like to treat your life? So if you don't have anything else to add, I will pass it to again to Ridwan. So yes, Ridwan.
Okay. Concerning this,
Yeah.
concerning this question of am I subjective or objective in my life? So I think just there are some very personal things that we can be objective with them, especially when it comes to your family and your beloved ones. So you can't just be objective. For example, if you having a problem with someone inside your family is not like having a problem with someone outside your family. So if I have, for example, a problem outside with someone outside of my family, I would go objective. I will call the police. Maybe I will go to court with them, and I don't care about the results. I just be objective. I just think rational. But when it comes to someone inside your family, say your brother, someone who is very close, maybe your wife, uh, okay, or someone very close to you, and did the same problem that someone uh, someone outside did it. So personally, I would not go to that far in
Look,
being objective. I want, let's say, I would try to solve it inside the family, because here and as you can tell, here I'm not objective. I'm using my feelings. I think about something bigger, which is the unity of the family and the stability of the family. So I would be very subjective in this point. So, as I said before, subjectivity is not something bad. It's something. It is something that we need to know when to use it, as we use objective. Being objective is definitely is essential in our life, and also being subjective is essential. We just have to, as Abdul said, we have to keep the balance, to be flexible between these two lines, subjectivity and objectivity. Oh, thank you.
Good. Anyway, so the boys here have said their opinion, so I think it's mine. It's just fair enough to be, it's objectively enough
Again.
to give mine as well. So, if we're talking about uh, opinions, not already. If we are talking about subjectivity and objectivity as a point of view or as a concept, what do I do? Well, as a person, I think I use the two together, and I am, let's say, most of the time, I am more objective than I am subjective, and this is something probably the boys here don't know,
What is it?
but I am more objective than I am subjective.
Mhm.
So it's not that I don't like myself, but the situation that I live in, for example, I don't, between brackets, I don't like to go up, like wake up in the morning, go to work, whatever. I mean, it's something that probably everybody hates, even if you are 60 years old. When you have one last day at work, you will hate waking up that day to go
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
But it
Me
is
too.
objectively my job to go. It's my task, whether I like it or not, to wake up in the morning, go to work, do my things, and come back home, right? And so I am more objective because, so I think maybe we can agree on this one. So it depends on the type of life that you live. If you are probably the oldest in the family or somebody who have responsibilities, I think you will be more objective than you are subjective. If it's the other way around, maybe if you are, let's say, a young man, maybe who does not have too much responsibilities, like
Single man.
it's just
yep.
no, no,
Already.
I'm single too. I mean, I'm not really married or anything yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that when you have too much responsibilities, it's obviously you are going to you take those responsibilities over your personal preferences or choices or whatever, because that's what objectively you need to do. Because if you don't do it, somebody else is not going to do it, so you have to do it. So it is something that is objectively has to be done. um, but subjectively speaking, maybe sometimes I like to do some stuff personally that maybe my family do not like, my friends do not like, but I like them. So it's something that I do for myself, subjectively, yeah, personal. So I would say that maybe I'm 55 or up to 60 objective, and about 45 to 40 uh, subjective. Yeah, so
That's almost mid.
yeah,
Almost
almost
balance,
mid.
yes.
Yeah, almost
Almost
balance.
balance.
And just like my friend said, you need to keep the balance. Otherwise, if you live objectively, you are not living for yourself, and that's bad. If you live subjectively, again, you are not living for yourself, and that's also bad. So there has to be something out there. So I'm not saying that I am 100% objective more than I am subjective, but it is like one day I'm very subjective. I don't care what's happening. I'm sleeping today, right? But some other days, even if I slept 1 a.m., previous morning, the previous night, I have to wake up in the morning and I have to go do what I have to do, right? So I think we have concluded on this point, these two questions. Um, so the after we have all shared our points of view, I don't know if one of the boys wants to share something additional to.
Go
No,
to the next one, yes.
next one. All right. I'm gonna give you. Okay, let's do this. Right. I'm gonna give you subjects or points or situations or whatever, and you tell me if it is something subjective or objective. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So if I
Subjectively speaking or objectively speaking?
yeah, no, I'm just gonna
Depends.
give you, like, for example, let's say for example religion, right? You say to me if it's subjective or objective. Where do you put it? If it's something subjective or objective. Anyway,
Sure.
so let's start with the first one as usual. So religion, subjective or objective?
Wow, that's a hard one.
Hard one.
No, it's not a hard
Now
one.
you keep
Come
the
on.
hardest to last.
No, it's okay. We start
It's
with the hardest and we
very
go to
hard.
the easiest one.
So this is the easiest.
This is the hardest.
This is the hardest when you go to the
Up to
easiest.
you.
It's fine.
Nah.
yeah.
Going from the easiest to the
Wow.
hardest.
Yeah, let's go.
Easy.
So religion.
It's very difficult. Skip.
Sure.
Yep.
Skip.
Yep.
Skip. What do you
Can
say,
answer.
everyone?
Religion.
Religion, subjective or objective?
I think both.
You think those?
Both.
So both is escaping. Both
No.
is escape. I can say both.
Even though I don't
I can.
I don't agree with you. By the way, since we have two subjects, right? We have two options. So the right hand, without you don't have to say it. The right hand means subjective. The left hand means objective. So when I say that something, just raise your left hand if you mean it's
But in
subjective.
the camera, the right hand looks like the left one.
No, you're good.
And the left one looks like the right
No,
one.
you're
You
good.
can see the right, right? It's my
No,
left. actually.
objectively speaking, it seems the left. Come on, seriously, bro. Yeah.
good.
So,
Yeah.
so if
Why
I
not
say
just
something,
say it? Why do you raise your hand? Just
no,
say
I'm
it.
just saying. It's like
No, we are
it's
just
just an
three.
activity.
We're
Yeah.
not like many people.
I'm just trying to, like, for example, we say T. You say subjective or objective directly. You don't have to think about it, to be honest. So we go for, let's say, finding a job.
Mhm.
Subjective or objective? Subjective or objective? Finding a job.
Nah, put more context, please.
It actually depends on the angle that you,
Or
you
put
can,
more
the
context to
perspective
that.
you see this
Most of the time.
most of the time. So you want to have a job to, for example, to feed your family,
Exactly.
and you
Most
want
of the
to
time.
have a job for yourself as to be, for example, a respected person in the society, as someone who is not an employee.
I got a point of view.
So
I
this
got a
is
point of view.
Yeah.
When it comes to men, it is objective. When it comes to women, it is subjective.
Perfect.
Wait. I can
Man,
explain.
I like this guy.
Explain it, yeah.
I like this guy.
I can explain.
Yeah.
And you will understand. Well, finding a job for a man is a must. That's number one.
Yeah, definitely.
A man must, and please quote this, it is a must for a man to get a job.
Mandatory.
Unlike a woman. In our society, all right? I'm not talking about
that.
other societies.
me
I'm
that.
talking about in our society. Because a man is the one responsible for
Oh, yeah.
making or building a house. A man is responsible for feeding the kids, for feeding the wife, for creating the family, for protecting the family, for growing the family. A woman, I mean, she can do this, but she's not obliged to do this. All right? She can, but she's not obliged. A woman can pick the job she likes, even though the payment is very low, even though she works only once a week or full week. I mean, 9 hours a day, full week. She doesn't care. 'Cause she doesn't have other commitments. Unlike the men, I cannot put my personal preferences in the job. All right, I'd like to be a carpenter. Sorry, I'd like to be a carpenter because I like this profession. It doesn't make much money. All right, it doesn't pay well. Should I do it as a man? No,
don't think so.
I can't. I cannot be subjective in this. I like it, but I cannot. A woman likes to make cakes. Can she do this for a living? Yes, she can. Although not many people buy from her. It's not a problem at all. So that's the key point here. I think that picking a job for a man is very objective. And I do know some men that do it in a subjective way. Some of them they win in life. Let's say they succeed. Some of them they don't because they are implying subjectivity.
So
They say that I'd like to be an adventurer, someone who roams around. All right, that's fine. That's a part-time job, let's say, or a special job,
sugar.
but it doesn't pay. How can you live with this? Can you live? I don't know. Can you make a family with this? I don't know. So subjectivity is actually very, very difficult to understand. And as a final answer, men should be objective while picking a job. That's my subjective point of view.
The
Another
lid,
one?
the lid, the
Your
lid.
take?
No, the lid. Yeah, the gray one. Yeah. Thank you.
You can state your point of view, Radwan.
Yeah. So subjective or objective? Finding a job, is it
Finding
something
a
that you?
Yeah, as I said, I think mostly it is objective. So as you have said, Abdulrazak, it's something that we don't have the choice as many. For example, if you are not a grown-up man, but you are still young or you are still studying, in that point you have the choice to have a job.
subjective.
Yeah, you have the choice to pick a job or not picking any job. You're keeping yourself with your study and focus on your study and so on. So.
Yeah.
But if it's something after graduation and being a man of society, a man of your family, so there at that place you are obliged to find a job, and necessarily this job does it fit your interests or no? It doesn't matter, even if it is something that you don't like. So I've met with many people that say, especially men, that say, I don't like teaching. Teaching is bad. The generation is bad. Everything is challenging, and I can do anything but teaching. As a matter of fact, at the end, they are teachers. It means it's not something they like, but something that they are obliged to, because they have to raise a family, they have to pay the bills and do many stuffs, and they need money, no matter where they bring it from.
So I'd like to add something to your idea.
Yeah.
I also know some men, excuse me.
Yeah.
I know some men who don't like their jobs. I don't want to say hate, but
Yeah.
they don't like it because the surroundings are bad, for example, okay?
Yeah.
Their headmaster or something like that is bad. So they want to quit, but they say, I quote, I'm just staying in this job because of my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for a woman, if she hates the job, she can quit. As simple as that.
Yeah, definitely.
Why? Because if she's not married, her father or her family is giving her money, and if she's married, then the husband. Simple as that.
Okay.
It's not the same case for the man. At least in our society, okay? If we
Yeah.
go to other societies, in the Western societies, maybe it's different, okay? But if we try to apply this on our society now, we cannot do our mentalities on this society because the society actually forces us to do some things.
Yes, I will add something also. In both sides, I don't like to be to generalize things and say all men or all women. So we can find, for example, a woman that, for example, she's divorced or she's widowed, her husband died, and she can do nothing but find a job, any job, literally any job. She can clean the houses, clean in any place to get some money to feed her kids. So here it is the same case as this case of men. So there are some women, just to be fair, there are some women that they need to work. They are obliged to. They don't have the choice because it depends on their situation. If they need the money, they don't have any place to bring the money from, but to work. So in this place, the same. It is the same. So I don't like to say all women or all men. So I'm just shed a light on this point.
Okay, so It is subjective for men, subjective for women, objective for men. Subjective and objective based on what?
based on the situation.
Situation.
Yeah.
So gender based, situation based, right?
Yeah.
I would say finding a job is objective. Very objective. Even for these women, or probably like my friend said here, or for the situation here, it's always objective because you need to make money. Because now you live in a country where you have to pay bills, where you have to travel, you do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You need money. So it's even if even if it looks like it is subjective, my personal opinion is always objective. So that's one. Two, going to the gym, subjective or objective?
Ooh, easy man.
So subjective or objective? Going to the gym.
Subjective. That's subjective, yeah.
Subjective?
For all
Yeah.
of them.
Subjective, yeah, the same thing.
Lazy people.
Let's go. Reading,
Very subjective.
subjective.
Very, very subjective.
Reading books, for example,
I see it as objective.
objective.
I don't see it as
Based
a
on
hobby.
what? You boys, can you elaborate?
Yeah. Let him go
Yeah,
first and
sure.
I'll go.
So you said subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Based on your taste. Taste. Based on your taste.
Mhm.
You know, even if you read books that state facts, I mean subjective facts, objective facts,
Mhm.
you're still being subjective because you like objectivity. Liking objectivity is subjective. That's controversial, right? Indeed, yeah.
Oh wait. We need another cup of tea for that one. We literally do, yeah. We need to like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
sure.
so that's what I think because it depends. It highly depends on the taste of the person.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that reading is something mandatory. That I know that we can get the information from many places, but the core process is reading. I think that reading is something objective. We don't. This personally, here I'm objective.
You're
Yeah.
subjective.
Yeah. So in some cases,
Mm-hmm.
you have to read.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go back to the situation based based approach.
Water.
So in this case, for example, if you are a teacher, you have to read. And when we say reading, it's not just reading books or something like that. You can read anything. You may read you may read books. You may read articles about your work or something like that. So I see that reading is a general process that many people share it and can do it, and they cannot give it up. So reading for me is objective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for Abdulrazak is subjective. That means it's based on the person, if they want to read or not, if they are choosing something specific to read or not. So it's subjective. Word one here is objective, right? Yeah, I would say it depends. Give me just one. It depends on what do we want to achieve when reading. So it's goal based, if I could say. It's target. It's like, what's your target? What's your point? Why do you want to
Purpose, yeah.
read? Why do you want to go to gym? Why do you want to find a job? So what comes after the target, the goal, will always dictate your point of view or your approach. Very good. Yeah, approach. That means it depends on your goal. If you want to read
So
because of reading, if you want to read because of reading, yeah. If you want to read because of reading, that's subjective or objective. If you want to read because of reading, just because you need to read.
subjective.
You need, yeah, it's subject. Subjective.
Objective.
Objective.
Yeah, but if it is
Because
like
you need.
Because you like, I got you.
because you
Yes,
like
you
it
need to.
or you
has
want
to
to
be
build
done.
the habit.
It has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Of
that
being
has
as
to
a
be
hobby.
done.
Yeah.
So let's give it another subject, right? All right. Let's go back to our hard one.
Oh no. Well, I can be the last.
Religion,
Yeah, I can be the last. Go
religion,
ahead.
or proven religion. Let's say proven religion, or proven something religiously.
Yeah, you can go.
Subjective,
You can begin.
objective.
You can begin. I'll be the last. because I have some juicy stuff.
All right, juicy stuff in your mouth or something else.
Oh no.
You eating? Oh, you eating? Got you.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I said, so religion for me is objective. Point blank, objective.
Yeah, but
There's no,
justify.
no.
You have to justify.
No, because you look
I can say subjective and be silent. Is it enough?
again.
I can say subjective and
No,
be
no.
silent.
There is no
enough?
discussion. Why do I say that?
Yeah, that's
That means I cannot like wrap my head around something that comes from between brackets or not between brackets. That comes from God.
a divine,
Yeah, a divine. Yeah, it's
being.
because the moment you say I think, it's no longer a religion. It's a point of view. It's a ritual with a point of view. It's not a religion. Yeah, it's something. So I would say it's like point blank, objective, right? I don't know about you guys, but there are some people who probably love eating. Like they love to eat. They want to eat every single day, every point in their life. They want to eat, but there is Ramadan. Whether you love eating, whether you have something to eat, whether you don't have something to eat, you don't eat. You don't drink at the same time as well.
Yeah.
So it's something that is, for me, it's
You don't have a choice.
you don't have a choice. There is no choice for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's objective. It's nothing subjective about it. Maybe you have a point. I'm not thinking about it right now, but yeah. So
Yes.
religion.
So religion basically is objective. I agree with this point.
Mhm.
But in some levels of, let's say, of the religion, we can say there is like we say it is something mandatory, something optional. If you do it, you get more hasanat. If you don't do it, you get nothing. So it based on your will. It based on your let's say on being approached. If you want to be more approached to Allah or not. So in these levels of religion, it may be here. It may be subjective. But basically, it is objective. So there are some core things. For example, salah. We don't have the choice. So difference between someone. Basically, when we talk about religion, we are talking about our religion. Okay. So basically, salat, for example, is something core. One of the 5 pillars of Islam. If you do it, you are a believer. And as in many hadiths and so saying of the Prophet, the difference between someone who is believer and disbeliever is a salah. So, say for example, fast in Ramadan, and these things are the core of the religion. So they are objective. You don't have the choice to do them or not. For example, fasting 2 days of the week. 2 days of the week, Monday and Thursday.
Yeah,
it is something that we call sunnah. If we don't do it, we're not being punished. But if we do it, we'll get more hasanat. So here it is something I think it is subjective. Yeah.
So when I said religion, what I really meant, it's not exactly the detail, but as when you take religion as an idea, as a topic, as a whole thing, it's an objective thing. There are things inside of it, like they said, like my friend here said, fasting in Ramadan, for example. No, not exactly. Fasting during the week, like the Monday and the Thursday.
Yeah.
For example, let's say giving charity or zakat, charity, not zakat, because zakat is one of the pillars.
Yeah.
Charity, giving charity to people, that's subjective. That's something that you want to do it because you want to get closer to Allah. You want to get closer to your God, right? It's something that is subjective. You can not do it. You cannot do it. You can choose to not do it, right? But as a point of like religion, that's I think is objective. Waiting for your call, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go.
But there's a key word here. You said religion. You didn't say Islam. Is it intentional?
I would say
Are you
Very
being
essential.
subjective
Yeah,
by
that's
choosing?
actually very, very important as a
Yeah,
keyword.
when I say religion, well, it's like saying gym. It's like saying a job.
So in general,
Yeah, as
because
a topic in
Christianity
general.
is a religion,
I know.
Buddhism is a religion,
I know. I said religion,
Judaism is a religion.
Judaism.
Mhm.
Judaism. When I said religion, I mean like that system of rituals and practices.
So
And
all of them
everything.
included.
Yeah, when you say I want to choose this religion, so
Already
when you are in that religion, when you are a Christian, when you are a Jew, when you are a Buddhist, when you are
Mhm.
I don't know, a
Atheist.
Hindu, whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Are you taking it subjectively or
All
objectively?
right.
That's what I meant.
Now it's very, very clear.
Mhm.
And actually, you just
Just like
contributed.
say I said to you, finding a job. Like some of us are teachers now.
In fact,
Some of us are teachers,
all
right?
of us.
So when I said a job, I didn't mean teaching as a job. I just said job, like whatever, doing
You
whatever.
you just contributed to the idea I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
You say that we have many religions. Okay, you did not specify Islam.
Mm-hmm.
You said that we have many religions, and when you are included in one of them, are you being objective or subjective? That's a very, very important keyword, and I salute you for this. Well, let's think.
You know, you boy.
Let's think of many circles. Okay, this is circle 1, circle 2, circle 3. You have hundreds of circles, and consider them as religions. Okay, circles. We are Muslims,
Yeah.
and we see that the circle of Christianity as false, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alright.
definitely.
We see the circle of Buddhism as false, right?
Okay.
Definitely.
They see us as false,
Yeah.
but we think that ours is objective, and I do think that ours is objective in our circle. Just
Sure.
pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Our circle, inside it, we are objective. We think that every teaching is objective. Every teaching is. What do we mean by Quran? We mean that something is not falsified. Quran is something not falsified. Quran is something we must follow without questioning. That's very important. Without questioning. Without questioning means we cannot imply our emotions. We cannot say that, hey, this is false. Hey, this is wrong. This is. Can we say that, for example, can we say that riba? I think everyone knows riba. What's that in English?
Interest
Interest. Yes.
or usury.
Usury.
Yeah.
Some people think that usury or interest is okay, but our Islam says no. So, do we have a say in this? We don't. We don't have a say. It's no because Quran said no. Quran is our reference.
Even though,
Is our reference.
yeah,
Let me continue.
yeah, I'm just giving you just giving you your idea. Even though most of the teachings in Islam, right, most of the teaching in our religion as Muslims, even they are objective, they come from a divine. That means it's not a person, it's not a human being's point of view. When you see their effects, when you see the effect of drugs, when you see the effect of alcohol, when you see the effect of stealing, when you see the effect of killing someone, all of these stuff are haram. All of these stuff are not things that you should do. You see that there is a reason why they are haram. But we as Muslims, we need to be objective in following the teaching, not subjective. Because sometimes
Yeah.
you cannot get the idea until you actually have done it. Some people would say, it's just, just want to drink, right? It's nothing wrong with it. I'm just going to drink. Yeah, subjectively speaking, maybe. It's
Yeah, you
your
can-
freedom, whatever.
You can give a justification for everything, but we still have things without justification.
Exactly.
We agree, right? We still have things without justification. Okay? Teachings, you have to do this and we have to do that, but no justification whatsoever within Al Quran. We do have Al Hadith, which is the surrounding of Al Quran, which gives more detail, more ideas, or more justification to what we understand or to what we learn, but we still have things without justification. So let's continue. Let me finish my core idea. So my core idea is, inside the circle of Islam, we are being objective. But outside the circle of Islam, say a non-Muslim person, not necessarily Christian, not necessarily Buddhist, okay? Outside the circle of Islam, they see that
say Jew, otherwise we're gonna be anti-Semitic.
We see that-
speaking.
we see that Islam is actually subjective. Why? Because the core idea of this religion is belief. Do you think that the word believe is objective? Believe, the word believe. Is
believe.
it? يؤمن, believe.
Yeah, because yu'min, you have to, let's say, to have at least something inside of you saying that this is true or not.
Nope.
If there is something like, let's say,
Nope.
if there is something like, let's say, for example,
No.
you doubt it.
No, that's false. Let me continue.
I think.
Let me continue. That's very, very false.
Yeah.
Hey, is 99% subjective. Why? Because the opposite of believe is no. I know that the sun produces heat. I know this is no. This is a fact. Believe is not supported by facts. Believe is supported by beliefs, by personal beliefs, by what your heart think it goes with. So your heart follows this. We believe in Allah. We don't see Allah. We have no concrete things, but we believe. Our hearts tell us that we do believe. So the core idea or the core word, which is believe, is in fact subjective. But when you are inside the circle of Islam, it is objective. That's it. Because we are inside the circle.
Yeah, if you talk, in general,
Inside the circle. But outside the circle, the word believe is no way near objective. It's no way near objective. And it's very subjective. However, as I said, I do not deny that the teachings of Islam or the teachings of many religions actually are very, very good. They are very helpful. They are extremely crucial for building a very, very nice society, all right? We can just say nice society that has all the elements of a nice society as a utopian society or country or city or whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that's my idea. I do believe, however, which is subjective, okay? I do believe that if we follow exactly the teachings of Islam, we would have a utopian society. That's my belief.
Definitely.
Why do we have a lot of corruption in our Muslim societies and stuff? Because they do not follow the teachings.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
do not. They only
They take
have
the
the word of
teachings-
Muslim.
Yeah,
The teachings are dumped. Unfortunately, the teachings are dumped.
Yeah.
But we don't follow them.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I just want to add something to this point. You've talked about being objective with, let's say, religion. I'm not talking now as being a Muslim or someone who is from a Muslim society. But let's talk in the bigger scope. Let's say, for example,
outside the circle.
outside the circle. So we have, for example, we have four religions: so Christian, Judaism, and so, Hindu, and Islam. So we have four different religions. So the way to see if this one or this religion is objective or not is by using, say, for example, debates. Bring your arguments. I bring my arguments. The other one bring his own arguments, and let's debate. We've seen a debate between in India in last week.
Zakir Naik.
No, it's not Zakir Naik. It's Sheikh Shama al-Nadawi with let's say we can say the head of atheists in India, Judith, or I don't remember his name. Jaweed, maybe. Yeah. They had a debate. The Muslim came with his solid arguments, and that one came with his argument too. But at the end, the arguments of the Muslim were very strong that many people after the debate converted to Islam, and many Hindu people converted to Islam, many atheist people converted to Islam. So this is what I meant by being objective and rational in terms of religion. Even if we use this tool that we all have, which is the mind, rationality, and things, we can get to that our religion. We're not being subjective when you say our religion is the best one, or because it is proven by different debates and in different situations that our religion is the best. Yeah.
All right.
So
Fair enough.
Why is no one?
Yeah.
No, never mind. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
So, another subject. We have talked too much about this one. Anyways, another subject we're gonna talk about now here is think about something else.
Give me some tea. That's what I'm thinking of.
I don't know if there is some. Let's get it. This
have
is the
some
last
water?
one, right? This is the last one.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. There you go.
We're 10 minutes far from 1 hour.
I know.
Yeah.
We talked a lot, but it's good. It's very like the reason of us having these conversations is to, let's say, yeah, we all know about accumulative knowledge, right? We have knowledge coming on. We see things, we hear things, and then we collect all of these stuff and then we talk about it. So when I give my point of view, he gives his point of view. Razak gives his point of view. We have 3 points of view of the same subject. Maybe we agree on something, or we disagree on other stuff. So, I would say, right? I would say another subject. Traveling. Subjective or objective? Objective.
Clean it.
Subjective.
Subjective?
I say
Give him
subjective.
some water to clean the fridge.
So, you want this or that?
Whatever you wish, bro.
All right, this is heavy. This is light.
It's fine. Whatever you want.
Light.
Whatever you want.
I'll give you the light one.
Sure. So, we said subjective. Traveling.
Traveling. Situation based.
Always.
Yeah.
I would say it's subjective. Sometimes it's subjective. Especially, well, if it's for tourism, that's subjective. It's something that you just do because you love it. Even though you have probably heard some other people, thank you very much. You have heard, had a lot of people,
choice.
other people talking about it. It stays, subjective because you choose to go.
Yeah.
But if you are traveling for work, maybe, that's subjective.
For military service?
Military service.
Yeah, not choice,
That's
man.
the government, bro. That's
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is the
not
top.
choice.
This is the top tier objectivity, bro.
Yeah.
You have no say in this. You have to go.
Yeah, man.
You have to go. What else? What else we have? Give me another subject, guy. Come on.
Let's say.
Let's choose a subject that's debatable.
Yep.
Something that we probably can
Debate.
not exactly debate, but something that's
Fruitful,
kind of
Has different-
complicated.
Yeah.
Discussion.
Yeah, something that's
Controversial.
controversial. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Getting married.
That's actually a nice one.
Yeah.
That's actually a nice
Getting
one.
married. Yeah,
That's actually a very, very nice one.
exactly. And I think I have something to share now. I think most of the people, most of the
Yeah.
people who probably, lose, between brackets, they have, let's say, a family and then they lose it.
Yeah.
If you see the target of them getting married, it's going to be subjective, not objective. Because
Definitely.
when you are objective, you will work it through. You go with it, right? You're going to make it through. Even if it doesn't, it didn't work, like it didn't work at all,
Try to
you
fix
still
it.
have, no, it's just not, even if it didn't work, like you broke it,
Yeah.
there'll still be good terms
Definitely.
between you and the woman, right?
Yeah.
But if it's subjective, it's always messy.
Yeah.
Always messy, especially if there's, between brackets, too much irrational love. Like you don't think about why do you love that person, just because I love that person or I want to have a conversation
Because
or
love alone can't build your house.
Can't. There are some other stuff. Yeah, getting married is it is both subjective and objective, but make sure it's mostly objective, not subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Something else. Yeah.
Marriage.
Yeah. Objective or subjective.
Religiously speaking, it is objective.
Sure.
Yes?
That's what I meant.
We must get married. Religiously speaking, we must get married. Of course, if we do have the capacity to do so. If we don't, then religion does not oblige us. Now, let's talk about my point of view. All right, putting religion aside, I think it is subjective. I think that if you like to live your life solo squad, solo duo, then I think it's your choice.
The ghost of What's that?
Yeah,
The ghost of
Tsushima.
like a ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, like the ghost of Tsushima, for real. So I think it's subjective, you know. Even if you have a lot of money, see, many celebrities make girlfriends, but they do not get married. Like most of them.
Yeah,
If you
Even
noticed,
though
if you
I
noticed.
think it's something else.
yeah, something else.
Based, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's something else, but it has something to do with money and
Yeah, that-
finance and stuff. Yeah,
The priorities.
yeah, because marriage actually bounds or binds. Do we say bound or bind?
Bind. So what's that?
Binds the two, financially speaking.
Yeah, I think bind.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, bound is
Mar-
like the boundary.
so. Religion binds the couple, like in a very very strict way that they tend not to divorce. However, I think that putting this aside again, I think that marriage is subjective. Why? Because I like to live alone. I like to live solo. I love to be staying at midnight with my friends outside and drinking tea, drinking coffee, playing domino, or doing whatever I want. Because you know, because I want. I want to travel solo. I want to, many things. I don't want to have a partner, a wife, and I know myself that I might ruin her life because my personality is bad. Why do I need to ruin her life? No, that's a subjective idea. I'm not saying that I'm a bad
That
one.
your future wife wants to watch this.
We got this on tape, by the way.
Yeah,
You're gonna get
it's a
to it.
message to
Because
your
people
to
are not
his future
brave
wife.
enough. People are not brave enough to say that my personality is
With a
bad.
knife.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Give me
is
the
brave
knife.
enough to say that. Hey, what do you do with the knife, man?
You're good.
I'm starting to get afraid of myself.
No.
So,
You're right.
as I said, people are not brave enough to say that. People are always saying, "Hey, I'm a son of a family." You know what I'm saying? I'm a daughter of a family, but nobody says I'm a son of of whatever. Yeah, you know, they don't have the have
The
to say
guts.
that.
You don't have to.
They don't have them.
Mhm.
So that's a fact. I think that it is subjective. It is subjective. However, I think that everyone has to get married. That's my subjective point of view. I think that everyone has to get married at one point or another because generally speaking, marriage tend to fix the person. If the person is a bit zigzag, then marriage actually fixes the person.
Depends on the person you marry.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Well, there's one thing that we all can probably agree with. Like, objectivity and subjectivity is determined based on the goal. What do you want from this action? What do you want from a car? What do you want from owning a job? What do you want from owning a business? What do you want from having a wife? Going to travel, going to gym, having a religion. What's the point? Is it because your fathers and mothers had the same idea or have this on you and you have to do it because, you just chose it? Or it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. I want to get married because it is what it is, man. This is how human beings like survive and thrive and everything. They need to have a family. And what's better than getting married and having like a common law wife or common law kids? And the same goes for training in the gym. If you want to have a good health, that's objective. If you want to impress other people, that's subjective. Simple as that, yeah. So I think since we are about to close 1 hour, since we started this session, I think it's fair enough to have the last word for every one of us.
Yeah, for real.
Based on this subject, subjectivity and objectivity. How do you do it? How do you how do you use it in life? Even though I have probably already given my point, maybe, but I will add something else after the boys have said their own. I'll start with Ridwan if he is ready. Probably, yeah.
I was ready to
No,
listen
no,
to
just
him.
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's no problem.
All right. So, concerning this topic, it is very controversial. So, bottom line, let's say we need both in our life, subjectivity and objectivity.
Absolutely.
We need objectivity in some cases, of course, not all. and we need subjectivity in some situations. The one thing that we have to bear in mind, and we have to let's say make sure that we apply in dealing with these two terms, is being flexible, being keeping the balance between the two, not being that objective and not being that subjective. We have to stay at the middle and try to pave the way of our life in order to live or have a better experience in life. So that's it.
Razak?
All right. I'd like to not say how to use subjectivity or objectivity because I think that we already mentioned that. I'd like to say I'd like to add something about the value of the two. I think that, well, when I say I think it's already subjective, I think that we need to understand that both of these two are valuable. They are very valuable. And we need to harness the use of both. All right? Harness. You have to master the skill of being subjective and master the skill of being objective. You have to understand that you are being objective and subjective. Just like it's not just like I'm being subjective without knowing, without understanding that I'm being subjective. Because sometimes a situation actually needs or requires you to be objective, and you lose it. You become subjective without thinking. Say, for example, you are angry. This is a very, very important place or important situation. When you are angry and you are married, for example, you might do things that you will regret because you were subjective in a place where you should have been objective because you did not know that you are being subjective.
Absolutely.
And even you think that you are being objective in your head. This is very, very wrong. You need to understand that sometimes you are being subjective. You need to make the balance. We've already talked about the balance, but I am emphasizing on this. We have to know what we are doing or what we are being, objective or subjective. Because harnessing this method or this ability of knowing, I said again, of knowing whether you are being subjective or objective, is a key to living or to master your life. Well,
Sure.
that's my final thought.
Absolutely. So we're going to go back. We are going to go back. Same idea. Even though I have already concluded, but I'm gonna do it again. So I think being subjective is very easy. Just say I think, in my opinion. Just take that experience, take that subject, and put it on your point of view. That's very easy. What's not easy is objective. Because if a policeman or a teacher or, I don't know, a carpenter, for example, a carpenter, right? Or let's say something that's more detailed, somebody who is an engineer. Let's say an engineer, right? Let's say an engineer. We just have some boys, some kids here, some other family. Anyways, so if an engineer has a point of view based on his point of view, like his view on this matter, I think whatever he's going to do is going to fail because he put his personal thinking in it. So it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So I think if we take this subjectivity of some stuff, for example, law, religion, work, like for example, work, probably most of us don't like the work, but it is what it is. You have to do it.
I love my work.
Very good. It's subjective. You're gonna hate it later on. Don't worry about it, bro. Yeah, because subjective means emotion.
Yeah.
Subjective means emotion. Objective means non-emotion. Like you have to do it because that's rational. Very good. Rational, logical. Something that's logical, that's objective. Something that's not logical is usually subjective. So with this, I think we should conclude our session. Yeah, it's been very very good subject. Yeah, we wish that we had more. To be honest, we had more participants, but maybe we're gonna do it again in some other day, in some other time with some other people, in some other subject as well. So until then, take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you.
I salute.